headquarters of common sense.
Talk Radio.
They've just confirmed in the last few moments at Scotland Yard that 20 fixed penalty notices will be issued to staff in Downing Street today. There will be more to follow. We know that more than 100 questionnaires were sent out to staff and politicians working in Whitehall. We know among the people who received those were the Prime Minister and indeed Rishi Sunak, the Chancellor, who we understood attended the meeting in the Cabinet room when Boris Johnson had his birthday cake during one of the lockdowns. But those 20 fines will just be the first tranche of fines. We understand there will be quite a few more. And obviously there will be a lot of concerns about, well, who those fines will go to. These apparently are the uncontested fines where there's clear-cut evidence. We know there's clear-cut evidence for an awful lot of people who've been questioned on this. People who there are in photographs. We know there was not only photographs taken by people and put on their internal WhatsApps, but we also know there was an official photographer taking photographs extraordinarily of events which were quite clearly in breach of the law. Even, as far as I'm concerned, what Boris Johnson himself has said on camera and in the House of Commons has shown breaches of the law. I know when I'm at a party. You know when you're at a party. It's really not that complicated. And I know a lot of people think it's a load of nonsense. And we've had quite a few guests on this morning saying, look, the world has moved on. This is not an issue, including Sir Gerald Howe, former Defence Minister. He said, look, this is the same as a parking ticket. And I pointed out it wasn't. But quite a few have got in touch. Lee in Leicester has said, good morning, Julia. There may be more important things going on than Partygate. But for people who lost people, missed out on life events, etc., it is still an important issue. He says, thank you. Other people are saying exactly the same. And there is still a really big issue here. Now, am I saying that I think that Boris Johnson should have to resign if he gets a fine? That's what I thought some weeks ago. I'm willing to accept him not going right now, but I want a full mea culpa. I want a full on his knees apologising, and I want him to tell us not only he accepts that, yes, he knowingly went to parties when he was banning the rest of us from even seeing one other person in our back garden, for goodness sake, and children not being allowed to go to school, not visiting loved ones in hospital or care homes and the like, or having work meetings. I want him to admit that the reason why he and his teams were meeting up and the reason why they weren't social distancing or wearing masks was because they knew it wasn't a matter of life or death. They did not go to those parties thinking, oh, gosh, I hope I don't die today. I hope I don't kill a granny today by going to this event. They knew it was perfectly safe for them as healthy people to go about their normal daily business. Meanwhile, they were restricting the lives of the rest of us, restricting our fundamental civil liberties, stopping people from running their businesses, stopping children from going to school, keeping families apart from each other. The untold damage of this is going to be with us for decades. I want him to admit what we did was wrong. We knew it was wrong at the time. We didn't think the rules mattered for us at the time because we knew they weren't necessary for us. And really, we knew they weren't necessary for anyone. That is the apology and the admission that I want to hear from the Prime Minister for him to stay in his job. Yeah, we've got the Ukraine war. Yes, we've got an energy crisis. Yes, all of that. But I still need our politicians to be honest with us and own up when they have done things that were wrong. And if you make laws that you know aren't necessary and you break those laws yourself, you owe us a proper explanation, Prime Minister.
Good talk.
Hot talk. Bold talk. Talk Radio.
Listen on your smart speaker.
Watch it live on your smart TV.
The world headquarters of common sense.
Talk Radio.